A new law taking effect today has been called a game changer for Kentuckians living with diabetes. It caps the price of insulin for many people who depend on it. But as WDRB's Hayden Rostevsky reveals, the law leaves out some of the state's most vulnerable.
It's an extremely hard disease to manage. It's a constant balancing act.
Kevin Traeger is one of more than 500,000 Kentuckians living with diabetes.
I have to give myself insulin injections throughout the day, every single day, no breaks, no vacations.
Traeger was diagnosed 20 years ago and says the price of the life-saving insulin he needs has skyrocketed over that time.
There's millions of Americans that have to take this medication every day or they die. So people will do anything they can to get their hands on it.
Dr. Fred Williams, an endocrinologist with U of L Health, says many diabetics in the Commonwealth have been paying up to $1,500 a month for their insulin.
This has led to some rather unfortunate consequences. For instance, patients would ration insulin or even not take it because they simply couldn't afford it.
But a new Kentucky law, now in effect, caps the price of insulin at $30 for a 30-day supply.
I think it is going to, relieve some of that stress and that just terrible feeling of not knowing if you're going to be able to afford your insulin this month.
But the cap only applies to people with state-regulated healthcare plans or plans purchased on the Marketplace Exchange, state employees, and people under group plans. This law does not apply to Medicare, Medicaid, or self-funded health plans. The uninsured are also left paying their insulin costs out of pocket.
If you can't afford health insurance and you're diabetic, you're totally screwed.
It's really disheartening to think that in this country, with all the things that we can do, that we can't take better care of our own people and try to protect them from these just astronomical costs.
And advocates say there's still more work to be done.
We need to take many more steps, many more giant steps going forward. But yes, it is a step in the right direction.
Hayden Rostevsky, WDRB News.